watching WGS-TV.
Welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and Zenfix TV. I'm Double B Billy Bucho, and this is going to be my Friday Night Smackdown review for the week of October 26th, 2012. We open up with the segment involving Randy Orton and Alberto Del Rio. Randy Orton comes out to cut a promo for their upcoming match at Hell in a Cell, and he's basically trying to put himself over, you know, the Apex Predator and stuff, and Alberto Del Rio comes out to counter his claim. It was basically a big whole setup for them, you know, to build into their match for Hell in a Cell. And after that build segment was over, Wade Barrett comes out of nowhere, attacks Randy Orton, and then leaves the ring, which ultimately leads to what I knew was coming, a match between Wade Barrett and Randy Orton. The segment's going to get a 4 out of 5 from me. I thought it was a very decent opening. Orton is very good on the microphone, and so is Del Rio. But reason why it doesn't get a 4.5 out of 5, I had to take a half a point off because, you know, even though the attack from Wade Barrett was unexpected, what it led to was kind of obvious, which was a match between Barrett and Orton, which I'll talk about when I get to it. Opening match for Friday Night Smackdown this week saw one half of Team Hell No, Kane, taking on one half of Team Rhodes Scholars, Cody Rhodes, with Bryan and Damien Sandow on commentary, and they were just golden on the commentary. I mean, they contributed a lot to the build between these two teams for Team Hell No and Team Rhodes Scholars for the tag team titles at Hell in a Cell. I mean, you know, they were coming up with some hilarious commentary, you know, going back and forth on each other, especially Bryan. I mean, he has just gotten so good on the microphone. And, you know, I was just sitting there and I was thoroughly entertained, for, you know, not only by the match with Kane and Cody Rhodes, but the commentary provided by Bryan and Damien Sandow. So I'm honestly really looking forward to what they do with these two teams at Hell in a Cell. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 for Kane and Cody Rhodes. Next up, we saw Miz taking on Yoshitatsu. Yoshitatsu is just so loaded with talent, so loaded with potential, and WWE is just wasting his talent. Just wasting. Basically, he's taking the route of John Morrison. You know, a guy that's extremely loaded with talent, but is just being really underutilized by the WWE, because look what they had him do. You know, he put on a decent match with The Miz, but apparently they wanted Miz to, well, this is again basically the go-home show for Friday Night Smackdown. They wanted Miz to have a positive note on the go-home show leading up into the pay-per-view. So they had him win against Yoshitatsu. Because honestly, if they would have put Yoshitatsu over on The Miz, I would seriously laugh my ass off, because it would have been hilarious. It would just been showing a streak of really bad luck for The Miz. So, 3 out of 5 for Miz and Yoshitatsu. It wasn't really a special match, but it was still kind of entertaining. Next up, we had the matchup, which I already talked about at the opening. What happened in the opening that led to this match. You know, Wade Barrett taking on Randy Orton. These two had a feud at the end of last year, early this year, and you know, they picked up right when they left off. I mean, Wade Barrett and Randy Orton worked really well together in that previous feud, and they really worked well in this matchup. Alberto Del Rio's appearance was kind of expected, especially for the fact that, you know, they're building Orton and Del Rio leading up until Hell in a Cell, and it kind of made sense that they would use Del Rio to distract Randy Orton, and Wade Barrett would get the souvenir elbow and get the win over Randy Orton. So, other than those factors into it, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, because it was still a very good, entertaining match. But I would have liked to have seen it possibly as the main event match, you know, or the last match leading into the final segment, because I think it would have had a bigger impact. But anyway, can't really complain about it now. Next up, we had Eve Torres and Oksana taking on Layla and Kaitlyn. Now, this matchup was kind of set up backstage. Booker T was in his office when they were doing the whole confrontation thing with Kaitlyn, Layla, and Eve Torres, and apparently Oksana. They put Oksana in it for some reason. I think the only reason why they put Oksana in the middle of the storyline is because they don't have anybody else to use. They don't. So Booker T sets up a triple threat match for Hell in a Cell, Layla, Kaitlyn, and Eve for the Divas title, but he also booked a tag match with Eve Torres, Oksana, Layla, and Kaitlyn. Now I will say this. I liked seeing Layla. I liked seeing Kaitlyn. I even liked seeing Eve. Oksana, I wanted to vomit. Oksana is not even eye candy as far as I'm concerned. I mean, this chick has no business. You know, she's basically has the skill set and skill level of Maurice. And look how far she went. Not very far. Not very far. She's a former Divas champion. So what? What did she really contribute to the company? Nothing. What is Oksana contributing to the WWE? Nothing. I mean, I couldn't even watch the times that she was in the ring. She was that horrible. Even though I literally had to force myself to look at the TV and watch the match, especially during the times when Oksana was in the ring, because she was awful. You know, I talked about it on last week's review on how bad the Divas match was last week. That match last week was a lot better to watch than this tag match. And I hope the triple threat match at Hell in a Cell will be at least semi-watchable. 2 out of 5 on the tag match. We conclude Friday Night Smackdown's matches this week with the other half of the equation involving the Tag Team Championship, and that's Damien Sandow taking on Daniel Bryan. Now, in this instance, we had Kane on commentary, and for some unknown reason, well, they're doing all kinds of hilarious stuff with Kane and Daniel Bryan, especially, you know, when Daniel Bryan's getting ready to come out, and Kane gives Daniel Bryan the, well, we've seen it on baseball, the good luck pat on the butt. He did it to Daniel Bryan, and I don't know if I would want a guy that's 6'10", well over 300 pounds, scary as hell, pat me on the butt. That would scare me. I would literally go into the witness protection program if Kane ever patted me on the butt. You guys would never see me again. That's how scared I would be. And honestly, I don't want any guy touching me on the butt for that matter, but anyway. Damien Sandow and Daniel Bryan, it was a very decent match. Basically, it was a matchup of the beards, in a sense. I do remember on the commentary with Kane and Cody Rhodes, they were making a lot of references to the differences between their beards. Damien Sandow's beard and Daniel Bryan's beard. And, you know, and conversely for commentary, Cody Rhodes had a lot to say. Kane, not so much. Not so much. But, you know, Kane gets the win in his match, but Daniel Bryan does not in his. Damien Sandow gets the win, so it kind of leaves fans wondering, especially me wondering, you know, where they're going to go with the tag team titles now. Are they going to keep it on Team Hell No, or are they going to put it on Team Rhodes Scholars? So now they got people guessing, and I think that's a good move by WWE, because if you would have put it as one team going over on another team in singles matches, it would lead us to believe to one or two things. Either the team that's going over would win, or the team that lost would go over on the pay-per-view. But now they've split it. They split the difference. So now we don't know which way they're going. So I think that's a good move by WWE. 4 out of 5 on this match. Now we end up with the confrontation between Sheamus and the Big Show. The final build leading into Hell in a Cell. And it did not disappoint whatsoever. I mean, this was very intense, emotionally filled, as I would say. You know, I was trying to think of a word to say, but it was still a very nice promo, very well worked. I mean, yeah, you gotta have a good final build leading up until your championship match at Hell in a Cell, and they did a great job with it. They beat up a lot of security guys for it, but again, it was a great finish, great build with Sheamus and Big Show. 4 out of 5. This week's Friday Night Smackdown, it's a go-home show. I'm gonna give it all right. I would have given it a 3.5 out of 5, but I'm going to give it a benefit of a doubt, and because WWE is trying as of late, I'm going to go 4 out of 5 on this one. Randy Orton and Alberto Del Rio, that segment was good, but again, with Wade Barrett attacking Orton, it was kind of predictable that it would lead up into a match. Kane and Cody Rhodes, the matchup in itself was good. The commentary with Daniel Bryan and Damien Sandow was great. Miz and Yoshitatsu, nothing special there. Wade Barrett and Randy Orton, again, the matchup was great, but Del Rio's run-in a little bit predictable since they're building between Del Rio and Orton and leading up until their match for Hell in the Cell. Torres and Oksana, Layla and Kaitlyn, I can tolerate 3 of the 4 divas. You guys can take a real big guess as to which diva I can't stand. Damien Sandow and Daniel Bryan was great. And the final build with Sheamus and Big Show, especially at the end of the show, was spectacular. I thought it was a good build leading up until their match for Hell in a Cell with the World Heavyweight title on the line. Should the match be in Hell in a Cell? I think so, but as far as I know, there's only one match that's in Hell in a Cell. But I'll talk a little bit more about that on my Hell in a Cell predictions video. So what I want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Friday Night Smackdown this week. Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video, and don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network. So with that being said, I'm Double B Billy Boudreaux saying
Hi, I'm Chris Master 1, and you've been watching WGS-TV on YouTube. Be sure and check out the Friday Night Renegade Show every Friday from 10 to midnight Eastern, only on GCSUradio.com. And remember, keep it on rocking, folks. Oh, check out my YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/ChrisMaster1. We'll see you on the next episode of WGS-TV.